Dropping Gannon, looking Gannon. Throws up the middle. It's intercepted at the 30. Derek Brooks 30. Brooks to the 25, 20. Derek Brooks all the way. There it is. The dagger's in. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
How's it going, everybody? Liam Mitchell alongside Mr. Chuck Fonshell. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl, baby. Woo! It's insane. First time in 18 years the Bucs are going to the Super Bowl. What a ride this season has been. What a postseason thus far. 3 wins on the road at the frozen tundra, Lambeau Field. Bucs come away with a 31-26 victory over the Packers. What a win. Chuck, how are you doing? Reaction to this game?
Liam, my throat hurts. My throat hurts. I am typically, when I watch football, I'm a big clapper.
Same.
And I tend to internalize things. It might have been a combination of the Modelo and the Heineken. I vocalized things watching this football game, and God bless them, the Bucs gave me some things to verbalize about very early in that game. I was thinking about some of the conversations that we've had over the course of this season. We got together pretty shortly after the Bucs played the Saints the first time. And we made the comment, Brady has he's lost his opening game 3 times in his career, and every time he's gone to the Super Bowl. And we said, well, yuck, yuck, yuck. And then after the Bucs got it handed to them on Sunday Night Football by the Saints, we said, there was this one year when John Gruden showed up and we lost twice to the Saints and they went to the Super Bowl. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Well, here we are, Liam. We're going to the damn Super Bowl.
It's so surreal. I mean, seriously, Sunday, I'm not just saying this because, this team is – they're like my life. They're my biggest passion. And I shed just a couple tears of joy. Honestly, one of the happiest days of my friggin' life, man. Just unreal. We finally, arguably the fastest start of the season. Great first drive. Mike Evans with a couple huge catches. Obviously, he had the first touchdown. How about let's talk about those 2 plays. Okay, I got to talk about 3 plays.
Let's talk about them.
We'll talk about them in chronological order here. First of all, Chris Godwin bouncing back after dropping a slant route, hit him straight in the chest. 3rd and 9. Tom Brady steps up in the pocket, steps to his left. What a catch by my man, Chris Godwin. 5 catches, 110 yards total. And then, of course, the game-sealing run on 3rd and 5 on that reverse. Unreal grab. Playoff Lenny, the very next play with a little shimmy, little shake, little spin move, gets it into the end zone. I'd love to hear Chris Berman with the whoop. You know what I'm talking about, man? Unbelievable. And then finally, I think it's the play of the year. Some people would say maybe it's Rojo's 98-yard run. But that play before the half to Scotty Miller, the decision to send the offense back out there on 4th and 3, convert on the pass to Fournette, which was a very nice play, tight throw, tight window. But then that play to score a touchdown, not only get 3, but a whole 7 points right there before half to go into the half 21-10. Unbelievable play. I could not believe my eyes. Chuck, talk about that play a little bit. What did you see there? Kevin King, rough day for –
He had a bad day. He got beat on the first Mike Evans touchdown. He got beat on the Scotty Miller touchdown. There's a lot that he's got to think on long and hard over the course of the offseason. But that's what this offense is going to do. They're going to figure out where the weakness is, and they're going to attack it because they've got the personnel to attack it. You definitely saw them try and go after or reach out to Mike Evans, get him some touches. In fact, all 3 of Tom Brady's second half interceptions were targets for Mike Evans. But you've got a healthy Chris Godwin. You've got a healthy Mike Evans. You've got Scotty Miller, who's fresh. He hasn't been used a whole lot since Antonio Brown, made it onto this roster. You've got Tyler Johnson continuing to assert himself. And it's kind of like this offense is nearing its final form. They didn't have the offseason. They didn't have a preseason. They were playing at Berkeley Prep over in Tampa, against NFL protocols. They said, stop it. We said, no, we're just going to keep doing this. And now you're starting to see that payoff. The play before the half, it was really kind of shocking because you're sitting there thinking, okay, we don't have any timeouts here. You're looking for a corner route. You're looking for an out route. You're looking for just get us something so that Ryan Suckup can get us to 7-point lead at the half. And it was absolutely beautiful. And what I find interesting is earlier today, I watched the replay of the Bucs and the Chiefs the first time this year. And they attempted basically the same play in the second half of that game. They were down 27-10, and it was right after the 54-yard bomb to Chris Godwin on a post route. And unfortunately, the protection failed. I think Leonard Fournette was on the field, and he was late coming over to pick up a blitz from the right side, and Tom Brady had to airmail this ball to Scotty Miller, and it didn't lead him. It just hung up in the air, and I believe Rashad Breeland pricked it off. That was the same play that they ran Sunday at the end of the first half. Wow. The protection was there. He was able to lead Scotty Miller, and you saw when the ball was released, he was in step with Kevin King, but then suddenly he was able to just accelerate past him. Kevin King, he's almost the Packers' answer to a Carlton Davis. He's not that quality of a cover corner, but he certainly cannot run with the 4.3 speed of Scotty Miller, and it showed on that play. He blew right past him, and it wound up being a relatively easy catch for him. I couldn't do it, but for someone of his caliber, it's probably not the most, impressive catch of his career, but it was a great route, great play, and it definitely set the stage for triumph.
Let's talk about this defense a little. First of all, Sean Murphy-Bunting, I think if I'm not mistaken, becomes one of only 4 players in the history of the NFL, along with Jason Sehorn, Hall of Famers Ed Reed, and Aeneas Williams, to have interceptions in 3 consecutive playoff games. I think he might be the first player to do it in his first 3 playoff games as well. Talk a little bit about Sean Murphy-Bunting, Carlton Davis, and Jamel Dean. And then hopefully in a couple weeks from now, we'll have Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jordan Whitehead back in the lineup. Jordan Whitehead also a great game on Sunday, flying around, forced a couple fumbles, one of which Devin White, who seems to always be around the football as he flies around sideline to sideline. But yeah, just talk a little bit about this defense, getting Vita back and what you saw against this Green Bay offense. You
have to give credit to Jason Light. This is a defensive overhaul 3 years in the making. It started with Carlton Davis. And what's so funny is that Carlton Davis was the second cornerback they drafted in that second round. They drafted M.J. Stewart first. Now, M.J. Stewart, to his credit, did have an interception this season playing for the Cleveland Browns. He picked off Ben Roethlisberger in that wild card game. But, Carlton Davis is a sticky corner. He's not a fast corner, but he's the best press man corner on this team. But they also, the next year, drafted 2 athletes in Sean Murphy-Bunting and really a premier athlete that had some red flags because he had issues with both knees in college, but in Jamel Dean. And you have just seen them absolutely blossom. You're not seeing a lot of plays from Jamel Dean, and I believe that's just because he's not being targeted.
Exactly.
Teams are aware of the fact that he is big and he is fast, and he can catch the football. I think ever since he picked off Aaron Rodgers and took that ball to the house, teams have taken notice. The Giants went after him a few times with some double moves, but it looks like he's cleaned that up. Sean Murphy-Bunting is getting more plays than him. It looks like they're keeping Sean Murphy-Bunting in as the base cornerback 2. And then when they go to the nickel, they bring Sean Murphy-Bunting in and let Jamel Dean play on the outside. But this is a young secondary that is growing up before our very eyes. They're showing an aptitude for the coaching that they're receiving from what is a great defensive coaching staff. And you don't know what they're going to do against KC, but I'll say this. They made it the game. They got some stops against KC the first time, and that was without Jamel Dean, who could be a difference maker against a receiving core that has the stupid speed of Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman, and they did not have Vita Vea. And folks, Vita Vea's back. I said, you know what, if we can get him back for 15, 20 plays, he played 33 snaps on defense. Now, they brought him in not on run-stopping downs, but on pass rush downs. And you figure now he's got another 2 weeks to continue to get up to game shape, get into football conditioning. You could easily see last game of the season, 45 snaps out of him in the Super Bowl, and that could be a huge difference maker. That you saw how it invigorated Shaq Barrett, how it revitalized Jason Pierre-Paul. And Ndamukong Suh was
from those two. 5
absolutely,
on Sunday.
and that's just a force that we did not have against KC the first time. They're playing without Eric Fisher now. Their left tackle down to an Achilles injury. That could be the equalizer here, because you're not going to be able to stop Travis Kelce. You're not going to be able to stop Tyreek Hill. But if you can get some stops against that offense, 4 or 5 stops over the course of the game, let them score 30. I believe this offense can outscore KC on Super Bowl Sunday.
I absolutely do too. Look at the level that Tom Brady is playing at right now. I know he did throw those 3 interceptions on Sunday, but let's be honest, a couple of those were punts. I mean, he was just chucking it up. The one, was it a high throw? Yes, but it did hit Mike Evans in the hands, and it was a great play by Jair Alexander to make that catch nonetheless. Just Tom Brady is playing. What this man is doing at 43 years old this is why he's the GOAT. And I wouldn't want anybody else under center for the Buccaneers on Sunday in this stage in the Super Bowl. His 10th Super Bowl, Chuck. It's just unreal.
It's absurd.
Crazy. I am going to be in Tampa for the game. I hope to get to meet some of you guys that are watching this. I know I'm finally going to get to meet my man Chuck. I don't get to actually go to the game. I wish I did, but that won't be the case. But I will be in the city of Tampa to feel the electricity in the air. I mean, when is this? 55 years of NFL history, and this has never, ever happened before. The odds it happens again may be quite some time, and the odds that it's the Bucs again, oh boy, those are probably pretty low odds that the Buccaneers are hosting the Super Bowl. So,
and of course, it happens in a year when they're only going to have about 20,000 people in the stands.
Crazy year for Tampa sports all around.
I think one thing that the Tampa Bay Sports Authority did well is they talked the NFL into allowing them to invite healthcare workers, frontline workers, people that have been depended on through this health crisis in our nation. And each NFL team, I believe, gets to pick 4 people from their area. But the Tampa Bay area is going to have something like 6,000 people from around here. So with any luck, that'll at least provide some noise for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because that Kansas City is going to travel well. They're going to be scarfing up tickets. It's not the home field advantage that you would think it would be for an NFL team to play in its home stadium. And that it's a bummer, but it's still going to be cool to look, and you hope that you'll hear some cannons fire. You're not going to throw a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay and not fire the cannons. Maybe they have to fire it for both teams. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if anybody watching this does get to go to the game on Sunday, I am extremely jealous. If you were able, I think Greg Auman came out with an article about it for The Athletic. If you were able to get tickets at Lambeau, I'm extremely jealous. I mean, a place like the Frozen Tundra and then a home Super Bowl, those are two very rare occurrences.
I actually have a personal friend that made it into Lambeau.
Really? That is awesome. That's
my friend Devin, I used to play flag football with years ago in a church league team, and he's had quite a year himself. He was kind of internet famous because he was watching a Lightning game, getting rowdy with his friends, telling them to shoot the puck, and a neighbor called the cops because all they heard was shoot, shoot, shoot. And so the police arrived, and they were like, "Oh, it's no big deal. We're Lightning fans." It blew up. He made the papers, and has just become recognized as a Bay Area super fan. And I don't know if he ponied up straight up or if he was able to just make connections. But he went up with a couple of other local podcasters and super fans, and and they were in Lambeau, and he's trying to talk his way into the big game 2 Sundays from now.
That is awesome. What a story. That's pretty darn cool.
He's had himself a run.
Well, again, this game on this past Sunday, the playoffs as a whole, and this season as a whole, I've been slowly putting together a lot of these highlight videos I've been making, and I'm excited to drop all of them. You know, I got every touchdown in the Bucs 2020 season ready to go. I'm ready to
No, Liam, you don't have it ready because they're not done yet.
Exactly. We are currently at 69 touchdowns right now this season, including 69.
I want more, but
let's
you got to tweet Rob Gronkowski about that, man. He would love it.
Let's get that number up. I want at least 72. I want at least 72 on that list. So.
Well, I don't know, bud. I don't think you can beat the Chiefs with 3 touchdowns. I think that the Bucs. I love Ryan Suckup, but I need Ryan Suckup kicking extra points if they're going to have a shot against KC.
Very good point. I think we need to drop in a Super Bowl game. You know, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and these guys are going to bring it. I think we're going to need at least 30 points if we really want to win this game.
Well, here's some interesting stats. First of all, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020 are including the playoffs here in 2021, they're undefeated as a team when they score 30-plus points. So that's the benchmark. Score 30, you got a good shot. If they had scored 30 the first time against Kansas City, they would have won. Patrick Mahomes has not lost a game by more than 1 possession since 2016.
Wow.
That's when he was still a year away from leaving college. In his career, his pro career, I don't know if it's his pro career or this season, with him under quarterback, not Chad Henne, the Chiefs are averaging 3.8 points per drive.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can't kick field goals and expect to keep up with them. If the Bucs kick 2 field goals, I think they got a shot. If they kick 3 field goals in the Super Bowl, I'm worried. And if they kick 4, I don't think they can win. You saw what happened to Buffalo. Buffalo was just like, well, we'll take 3 points here and we'll take 3 points there. That's not enough. Kansas City is going to score touchdowns. Tyreek Hill is not a jump ball receiver, but he might be one of the most uniquely effective receivers in NFL history. He is so difficult to press off the line, and it doesn't matter how much of a cushion you give him, he can run by you. Or if you give him a cushion, you can just give it to him short, and he can juke out half your defense. It's incredible. Then they got Travis Kelce, who's averaging, I think, 8.2 catches his last 11 games, and then throw in some complimentary pieces. It's stupid.
Yeah, best numbers ever for a tight end. Sorry to cut you off there, but it's these guys, they can bring it for sure. Hill and Kelce. So it's going to be a tough task, no easy task, but I am extremely excited. Hope we can go 2-0 in Super Bowl history. As Bucs fans, I cannot wait, my man.
Well, I will say this. With a healthy Vita Vea and a healthy Jamel Dean, with time to rest up some sore muscles for our other cornerbacks, I believe Antoine Winfield, if he was close enough to be a game-time decision in Green Bay, I believe with 2 weeks rest, he'll be ready to go on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm concerned about the health of Jordan Whitehead. It looked like they were trying to immobilize that shoulder on Sunday. I don't know if that's a dislocation, but that might be tough for him to come back on only 2 weeks rest. But I believe with those guys back, I think this is the best defense that Kansas City will have faced so far this season.
I'm in agreement there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be
exciting, man. It's exciting. And you know whose name we haven't talked about yet? He didn't make the flight because they didn't want his knee to swell. You would want to think Antonio Brown will be available for that Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And he, I believe, is as many X factors as his offense has. When you have a healthy Antonio Brown, especially with the connection that you really saw him begin to develop down the stretch, twice against Atlanta and against Detroit with Brady, That's
He
really tough. He was not as effective
yeah,
the first time against KC.
was really coming on strong there. I think he had 5 touchdowns in a span of 4 weeks, and is still arguably one of the most talented receivers in the National Football League. It definitely doesn't hurt having Antonio Brown on the field. That is for sure. The more weapons you have, the better. Look at with Scooter out there and Mike and Chris, and there's just a plethora of weapons. The ball can go anywhere. And when you got Brady slinging it, you got as good a chance to win as anybody.
It's really going to be a unique storyline because there's no argument today that Tom Brady can lose this Super Bowl by 50 points and he will still be the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Going to 10 Super Bowls, winning 6 of them. That's basically like Jim Kelly, I think, went to 4. The Buffalo Bills went to 4 Super Bowls, didn't win any of them. He's a Hall of Famer. Imagine taking that and then adding 6 wins. It's like adding Michael Jordan to Jim Kelly. But what's truly unique about it is I think that the Buccaneers, if healthy, will have a better roster than the Chiefs on Super Bowl Sunday. The only thing they won't have is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a cheat code quarterback. And when Tom Brady chooses to retire, Patrick Mahomes, if he is able to continue a run of good health, will have a very good shot at one day eclipsing Tom Brady as a potential greatest of all time. He's off to a phenomenal start to his career. He's only 25 years old, and he's starting in 2 Super Bowls.
It's funny you bring that up. This isn't really Bucs related, but I might as well throw it in there. I was looking the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, man, the NFC is really falling behind on these young quarterbacks. I mean, look at the AFC. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, soon to be Trevor Lawrence. Baker Mayfield. Deshaun Watson, who's probably not going to be in Houston next year, but
sounds like he wants to go to New York Jets, so that's still AFC.
Miami, yeah. I mean, and then meanwhile in the NFC, it's like Jared Goff, and then you Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, a bunch of older. Breeze is about to retire. It's like, boy, the NFC, they better get some of these star quarterbacks in here, or we're going to be losing a lot of Super Bowls here pretty soon.
Kyler Murray, you're our only hope.
Kyler Murray, there is one. There's Kyler Murray. I almost forgot about Kyler. Fun fact, some people probably know this. The NFC went on a run from 1984 to 1996, 13 straight seasons. The NFC won the Super Bowl. And if the NFC can't start getting some young guns in there pretty soon, I would think we might see something similar. Because Josh Allen's awesome. He is awesome. And obviously, you just mentioned Patrick Mahomes. The guy is something else.
We haven't even mentioned Justin Herbert, who had a phenomenal season.
He's another
really bad LA Chargers team.
Yeah, Herbert's a beast. I mean, even his game against us, we won the game, but he had a really good day in Tampa. Exactly, he's another one, Chuck. So we'll see. As for right now, I could care less about all that. Our Buccaneers are in the Super Bowl. Let's go get this win. Super Bowl 55. Derrick Brooks, my all-time favorite player. His number, repping. All right, guys.
It is a good time to be a Bucs fan, man. It's a good time to be chatting with you and just enjoying this unique season of Buccaneer fandom. And I hope that those watching this are having as much fun as you and I are. And again, folks, hit us up in the comments if you want to raise a pint over the Bucs a couple of weeks from now. It looks like Liam Mitchell is going to be gracing the Tampa Bay Buccaneer headquarters with his presence.
Seriously, I don't know where I will be in Tampa just yet exactly for the game, but I will be in the city of Tampa Bay. Like I said, I want to feel that electricity in the air. I just want to be there for it. This is something special, and I don't want to miss it. So if you are watching this, hopefully I get to meet some of you guys, and we can talk about football and enjoy this game together. So anyway, Chuck, thank you so much for coming on, talking a little Bucs Packers, Bucs Chiefs, and I will see you soon. Finally, face to face in person. So
I look forward to it, bud. You have a wonderful night, and go Bucs.
go Bucs. See you guys in the next one.